What is going on with my hair? Whatever. Hey guys, this is Jen and welcome back to my channel. So today I kind of felt like doing a heart-to-heart with you guys. It's a really dreary day outside. I was hoping that it would be nice and sunny so that this would be like a nice get to know me kind of chatty video, but it's so dreary and you guys know that I get really influenced by the weather. It's like very grey and very like overcast. But anyways, I guess it's kind of like nice. I've got the candles on in the background and I wanted to do a heart-to-heart with you guys. So I asked on my Instagram, Facebook and Twitter if you guys have any questions to ask me so that I can open up about life. Just have a really open talk. Like, I'm a very honest and direct person, I think. Well, I try to be. I think I'm a very honest person, and if I'm not honest, I don't feel like I'm being myself. Yeah, and if you hear any voices in the background, you're not being haunted by a ghost in Jen's house. It's actually my bird if you're new to my channel, so don't freak out. Scarlett, shh. Scarlett. So how are you guys? How are you doing? I really am curious if you've been well. I know some of you guys have been with me from the start, the very beginning, where I was just a uni student in Sydney, studying to become a teacher. I was already an accountant before that, and then I changed my degree because I wasn't enjoying my cadetship as an auditor. I was like, feeling like I cannot do this for the rest of my life. I need to do something more meaningful with my life, where it's like more hands-on with people. So I was like, teaching is the way. I became a teacher in Sydney and then I ended up moving to Korea with my husband. Almost 4 years now, it's crazy. Time has gone so fast since we moved here. And I have to tell you guys that I really had no idea that I would become like a TV reporter and I would do full-time YouTube here in Korea for this long. I seriously brought all my books to be a teacher, brought all my resources, my lesson plans, everything, and I didn't end up doing that. And ever since then, it really has been like a huge life journey of so many different changes, things that I've never experienced in my life, and definitely a lot of culture shocks. So I thought I might sort of share those things with you guys. I know a lot of you guys are curious what the difference is between like Korea and Western countries and what life really is like. So I'll go through a couple of your specific questions. And then at the end, I just want to open up with you guys about how I've been and how the past year has been like one of the hardest times of my life. Not physically, but more like mentally. So yeah, let's begin. And I hope you guys enjoy this heart-to-heart. So Friday's Manil92 asks, what is the driving force to move to South Korea? And why did you choose Korean beauty as a main topic for your channel? Greetings from Philippines, love you. Okay, so for those who are new to my channel, I know those who have been with me for a while is like a broken record, but I guess I'll say it in a different way. So my driving force to move to Korea, so William and I believe in God. Our relationship with God is one of the most important thing in our life. It's the reason why we're even together. It's the reason why we even do what we do, why we are married. Like everything is just, for us, God is beyond a belief. He's real to us and He is the purpose of our life. And so whenever we even move in countries, like a really big decision like that, it's definitely something that we would pray about and only move if God called us to. So I'm sorry if this is like really new to you and very foreign to you that, you know, people go because God told them to go. For William and I, we really just one day felt like God was telling us to move to Korea. Firstly, when God tells you to do something, He does give you a little bit of a desire to do it yourself because He gives you the desires of your heart. He actually plants it in your heart first and then you decide to do it and you have peace about it and things just open up. So it happened really, really quickly for us. I don't know, one day it just kind of clicked. William's mum was also moving to Korea and then on the last day that she was in Sydney, we were taking her around and I was like sort of sleeping in the car next to them, they were talking and suddenly I just woke up and William was saying, why don't we move to Korea? And then I just sort of like got up out of my sleep straight away and I was like, yeah, why don't we try moving to Korea? And then we're like, okay, it might just be us, let's pray about it. And so we did pray about it. And as we prayed about it, we got so many confirmations from so many different people. And also you have to sort of like step out practically and see if God will actually open the door for you. And it's like beyond coincidence kind of thing. Like you can really feel that there is a force behind it all. Yeah, it's a really long story, but it was like a miracle basically that William found this one job in Korea online and they were looking for exactly someone like William. And he did interviews They were really happy. It was like within 1 month of us even thinking about moving to Korea, they were like, okay, you're in and we'll pay for all your moving things. We'll find you a place here. And for some reason, like 2 months before that, I had just quit my full-time teaching job at school because I was thinking like YouTube is becoming a really big part of my life and I can't juggle both things at the same time. My principal was like, I've been waiting for you to say this to me. I've been wondering why you haven't actually tried going full force on YouTube. And you're more than welcome to go and have like a little testing period, probation time of trying it full time. If it doesn't work out, you're welcome back to our school next year. So I had just laid down my full-time job. We had just sold our apartment and we didn't have anything tying us down to Australia. And suddenly this job opened up, which was amazing. And it was almost like someone was like full on pushing us from the back with full force, like go to Korea. Because as soon as I put up like we had 2 cars, they got sold within like days. Everything in my house got sold in the day that I uploaded online. Like people came over that day and just already took everything. We had no furniture for like a couple of months, I'd say, before we moved to Korea. It was crazy and it was almost like it was meant to happen. And more than anything, we were just so peaceful about it and we were very happy about it. We didn't have any picture in our heads of what to expect in Korea, but we just felt like this is a new chapter of our life. It's a new journey and we felt God behind it. As a Korean Australian, for me, honestly, I was actually expecting that it would be really hard because this is another story in itself, but as a Korean Aussie, I always kind of struggled with my Korean identity and I didn't really completely agree with a lot of the Korean cultural things. I didn't like that I was Korean when I was growing up in Australia because I didn't identify with so many cultural things about Korea. Just the way that people seemed to be, the way that people seemed to think, the values and stuff. I just really didn't like it and I felt like even as a married woman that there would be a lot of difficulty that I would face if I come here and have to meet, all of the in-law side and be like a good daughter-in-law. All these things were like, I really had to step out of faith. So yeah, actually, I don't think I've ever really opened up to you guys about the whole fiasco of how we ended up moving here. So I'm glad that this question was asked. But one main thing that I really think is evidence that it was God. I'm not sure if you guys would believe me, but all my life, I never actually ever wanted to move to Korea. I hated Korea. I'm sorry to say this, but that's just how I felt back then, growing up. And a lot of my Korean Aussie friends would also say the same thing. Even now, they would never be able to live here because it just seems so fast-paced and materialistic and so looks-based and judgmental and everything. Those kind of typical things that you kind of think Korea is like. But the fact that I was just like, yeah, I want to move to Korea to try and live in my mother's hometown and my actual blood country for once. When we're young, we can still go out and travel and stuff before we have kids. So yeah, that was pretty amazing. And am I enjoying it here? It is really, really different from Australia, and it's a really, really hard question to answer because there are aspects of Korea that I really like, but at the same time, of course, there are things that have been really difficult for me, and I'm still learning to come to terms with a lot and learning to adapt and learning to embrace where I am in life. So yeah, there's just so many aspects. I don't know how I could talk about them all in one video, but why did I choose Korean beauty as a main topic for my channel? I think mainly because my parents are Korean. Even though I'm Aussie, my parents are Korean. And when I first started my channel, I think I was like going back and forth between Korea and Australia sometimes when we were just visiting Korea. And that's when I started to buy a lot of Korean makeup, and it was so cheap. The colors were so pretty. I felt like as soon as I applied all of the products, whether it's foundation to this lip tints, everything just looked like way nicer than when I put Western makeup on. And I think this is not going to apply with everybody because some Asian descent people would prefer the Western style makeup and they'll suit it better. But I think I don't really suit the Western style makeup as much, like with the really bold sort of look going on with my small features. So I just tended to incline towards K-beauty. I like the lip tint look, I love the gradient look, I love the little packaging, like something about it just really appealed to my personality. And being a beauty YouTuber, I think I just gradually tended to lean towards K-beauty a little bit more. But having said that, guys, this is not a completely just K-beauty channel because I don't want to be biased just because it's Korean that it's like amazing. I don't want to be like that. I'm definitely someone who still looks for the best of the best out of everything. If there's a K-beauty product and there's a Western product and the Western product is better than K-beauty stuff, then I will just talk about the Western product. Like if you see my faves, I'll probably have about 50% Korean stuff and 50% Western stuff. I'm like a little bit of a balanced kind of mixture, even though since I live in Korea, I do predominantly talk about K-beauty stuff, but yeah, it's just because I like it. Simple answer. Simple answer. I should have just said that from the beginning. Oh my gosh. I made you guys listen to all of that. Jessica Sees the World asks, what do you like and dislike about Korea? How do you look so young? How do you maintain yourself? What's your favorite exercise routine?